Hey everybody, it's Paul Kelly Golf. I'm here at T-Box practicing because their data and their simulators are the best thing I've ever come across for learning and for teaching and for practicing. You don't practice and not know what's happening. So come into T-Box, get in some practice in here, and make your practice more valuable and more efficient than outside beating balls. All right, so here's the tip for today. If you've had a lesson from me ever, you probably heard the expression, I want you to swing your hands. Swing your arms, swing your hands. I don't want you to swing the club head. So here's what I mean by that, is if I take a simple object like a belt or a rope, and I step into the ball and I imagine I want this belt to swing in a particular direction. Let's say I want the belt to swing to the left. Well, I can't swing this end down at the golf ball because there's nothing for me to push that end down. I can only swing the end that's in my hands. So in order for this belt to go left, I have to swing my hands to the left, and the belt will follow it to the left. It's like I've got a rope, and it's just following that way. And if I want to swing it to the right, I swing my hands that way, and the belt follows my hands and releases. So there's to the left, there's to the right. None of these circumstances involve me swinging this end down because there's nothing to connect it and nothing for me to push that end down. So now, if I take my golf club and I do the same thing, I imagine swinging that belt to the left. So this is an outside-in swing path. And an outside swing path produces this, a fade or a big slice. Now, that is a 9-degree outside-in swing path. That's a big swing path to the left. So now I imagine swinging that belt so that it swings out to the right. And I will change that outside-in path to inside-out. So here we go. Now I imagine I swing my hands that way, and the belt has to follow my hands instead of pushing the head down at the ball. All right, swing the hands out to the right. And there we have a tiny little draw. And we've got an inside-out path of 2.8 degrees. So I've changed from 10 to the left to almost 3 to the right just by changing how I feel that rope or belt swings and releases. So now I'm going to just focus on straight. I'm going to swing my hands down the target line and see if I can create a swing path that's relatively neutral and only has the smallest of movement one way or the other. Down the target line. Swing my hands so that I get the feeling of the rope or the belt following my hands in a straight line. It's like I'm pulling it down the line. And there we go. So we neutralized it and we only have a little bit of movement. And I have a swing path of 0.3 degrees to the left. So my first one was 10 degrees to the left because I pulled the rope that way. The next one was 3 degrees to the right because I pulled the rope that way. And then the last one was 0.3 because I swung the rope or the belt so that it pulled down the line. So this is a great way to get a feeling of swinging on a direction that you want the ball to start on. Because if I swing the club head at the ball, it's almost always an outside in over the top. There's the club head coming down at the ball. So I focus on swinging so that I'm swinging the rope or the belt out to the right. And I never worry about whether the club head gets there or not. Swing it out to the right. And there we go, dead straight again. So folks, give this a try. It'll help your game. It'll let you strike the ball better. It'll get rid of excessive movement, and you'll play better golf. Thanks again for watching. I'm Paul Kelly.